You send another one?
Sure, hit it.
I love surprises. So does our audience.
Well, it's probably just as well. Oh, nobody knows how to take their clothes off these days.
This isn't bad. Who said you couldn't cook?
You did.
Stuart, and I love him. He's an unusual man. He's not like you. He doesn't have your charisma. Women don't follow him down the street. And my mother, my been there, done it, seen it all mother, she had the guts to look through this baffled and bewildered little man. And she liked him. And he liked her. And you had to take it away because you're so miserable.
That's not true.
Stuart knows how to love, and he knows how to trust and respect and connect on the deepest human level. He may be a little touched in the head, but he's so touched in the heart. And it's a quality that you don't have. And so you wrecked his happiness, and my mother's, and mine.
I thought you didn't like Marion.
No, it's not that I don't like her. It's maybe it has something to do with Mom and you seeing somebody else.
Oh.
You know, somebody who's so different.
Well, I'm different.
Yeah, but I like you. I don't know, Dad. Marion's okay, I guess. It's just, you know how she is. She's so la-di-da about stuff.
Oh, but I love that about her. It's so funny. And I'll tell you something. She knows she's being funny, and that's why she does it.
I'm sure she does.
It's part of her style. But inside, she's really sweet and warm and true.
Then, Dad, if you like her that much...
Scotty, it's not that simple.
But it is, Dad. A relationship is about two people and how you feel about one another and what you're willing to do about it. And let me tell you something else. If that Marion had a brain in her head, she'd realize that you were the best
No,
thing
you
that
don't
ever
say
happened to
that,
her.
but she's very smart. She had to pick up and raise Liza by herself after her husband died.
You raised me after Mom died.
Well, yeah, but I had plenty of money. She had to work hard and get her real estate business going.
Like the way you built up the gallery. See, Dad, it sounds like you two have a lot in common. And that you both like
Scott,
each other.
you don't understand. Tonight at the party, she walked away from me.
Wait, why? What happened?
Well, no, it doesn't really matter. It's just... She took off the corsage and she gave it back to me. And she said goodbye. She walked away.
Where was Uncle Adam?
This isn't about Adam.
Well, whatever it's about, Dad. The bottom line is what you do about it. And if Marion can't get it, or if you don't want... Dad, I'm sorry about all this. Okay? And you know that I love you?
I love you too. Look, if you're hungry, there's some cookies.
No, I'm fine. Actually, I came by to get my rod and reel.
You're going fishing now?
Well, I'm gonna head up to the lake tonight and get an early start tomorrow morning. My waiter still in the back closet?
Yeah, back there.
All right.
The sun is always beautiful when it comes up over the water.
You want to come?
Fishing?
Yeah. Why not? We can go to Sam's for breakfast. You know, remember Sam's, the place with the big buttermilk pancakes? And then we'll take the boat out to Judson's Point, huh? As long as you promise me one thing. Don't start that yodeling and scare all the fish, all right? Come on, what do you say? It'd be great.
Yeah. Sounds great. Yeah, thank you. I want to.
All right, well, then we better get going.
Yeah, well, your waiters, come on, they're back here. I know it.
I'm so ashamed of
Don't be ashamed. You didn't do anything to be ashamed of. Thank God I was there to stop you.
Ted, you're so good to me. I don't deserve you. I don't deserve Liza. And I certainly don't deserve Stuart. Poor Stuart, he was so humiliated.
You really like him, don't you?
Yeah,
Good for you, honey.
it was wonderful. I haven't been that happy since ever. And you know me, old as best as hard, inflammable and dangerous to anyone who gets too close. But Stuart kind of snuck up on me. And there he was, all tousled hair and beaming grin, full of wisdom and wit and comfort. And don't take this the wrong way, Ted, but he's by far and away the best lover I've ever had in my entire life. And you know I've had a few of those.
Well, you know what they say, sex is what God gave artists to make up for money.
Well, he's got a lot of that, too.
Yeah, I know, life is so unfair.
Yeah, well, he's totally unaffected by it. I mean, he has it. It doesn't have him. And you know me, poor is really a disaster. But you know, sometimes rich can be even worse. You know, the snobbery and the affectation. Whereas Stuart, he's just pure. He was just pure. And it just makes me sick to think that everything we had was ruined in one miserable, horrible night. And it's all my fault.
It is not your fault. How can you blame yourself for what happened tonight? Adam set you up.
Because it's true, that's why.
Who cares? So you slept with a lot of people. Good for you. Join the club. Listen, how many women do you think Adam slept with in his time, huh?
Oh, please, that's a truly disgusting thought.
Isn't it, though? So why don't you stop beating up on yourself?
It's not the sex, Tad. It's my life. It's my stupid, pointless life. And that's what Stuart saw tonight. He saw a lonely, desperate, pathetic woman who drinks a little too much so she doesn't have to feel anything. And then she picks up a man so she doesn't have to be alone. It's so weak and it's so ugly. And I just hate myself.
Hey, you know what you need? You need...
Okay.
Come on, honey. I'm gonna drive you home.
You're awfully good to me, Ted.
Yeah, you're gonna
Thank you.
hate yourself tomorrow morning, kid.
Yeah, I already hate myself.
I didn't wreck your happiness, Liza. Our marriage ended because neither of us was able to cope with the loss of our child.
Is that what you tell the women when you're dating?
What women?
Oh, that must go over big. Mogul in pain. Next time, tell him the honest truth. That there wouldn't have been a divorce unless you forced me to sign the papers.
Forced you?
I begged you not to go through with the divorce. I told you that the miscarriage was not your fault. And still you had to see it through.
Nobody forced you to pick up that pen. You signed because you wanted to end our marriage.
I signed because you told me to. You demanded that I sign those papers.
But I didn't want the divorce. I wanted you. I wanted our life together. Children. I wanted our marriage.
And why did you sign the papers?
I wanted to be sure you wanted me as much as I wanted you.
Then it was a test?
Yes.
You're such an idiot.
I needed to be sure.
Oh, Adam, I begged you not to have the divorce. I groveled outside the courtroom. What more did you want from me? Do you want me to throw the pen at you and drop to my knees and beg you for your forgiveness?
You could have said no.
I did. You didn't listen.
Fine. Then I'm a fool. I am an idiot. I'm a deaf idiot. But allow me a moment to savor what I now know to be true, that you wanted me, that you wanted our marriage. Liza, don't you realize what that means? We have another chance.
Adam.
Please don't say anything right now. I know how angry you are at me. I know you don't even think I deserve to have this conversation with you, but think just for a moment. What we have been given. It's another chance. You said so yourself. You couldn't understand why it all fell apart. Well, it shouldn't have. It didn't. We have another chance. We have a chance to have the life that we dreamed of. Children, a home.
You were so manipulative. You're not worth the time it would take to explain to you.
When you've calmed down, we'll talk.
When I've calmed down.
Yes, you're angry at me now about your mother.
Adam, I'm not angry at you. It's like being angry at lightning. I'm angry at myself for not protecting my mother and Stuart. And for hoping for one day, for 1 minute, thinking that it could have been. But I'm not angry at you. You gave me a great gift. And I know that now. Marry you? It would be like taking a blowtorch to my life. I think God was up to something when he took our child from us. I think God looked down and he said, no child deserves that. No child deserves to have Adam Chandler as a father. So I don't think we need to have that talk. Ever.
Hey.
Hi, how is she?
Drunk. I drove her home, put her to bed, came back for her purse. Sorry about that, Liza. She got into it before I could stop her.
You know, she doesn't even like scotch.
I know.
Here's to dinner parties.
Last one I ever attend.
Thank you for being a good friend. Taking care of my mother.
No problem. You take care of Adam?
How could I have married him?
I've asked myself that a couple times. Maybe he just wanted to be married. Happens sometimes, you know. Sometimes people get sick and tired of being lonely and they want somebody, you know. They want a home, family, maybe some kids. So they roll over, bite the bullet, and marry the next one that comes along. And guess what? You're not the first one to compromise.
That's so sad. We're so pathetic.
Well, that's why I don't intend to do it again soon.
What if...
No, don't go there. She is not out there. She doesn't exist.
But how do you get all the good things? The home and the family if you have no one?
Well, I wish I could tell you. But you know, lately with Jamie being out of town and everything, I feel like there's nothing but me, my work, and my friends, and that's it. That's all I know. I sure do miss that boy. It's not the same around here when he's not at home. What?
You're a good dad.
Thank you. I hope so.
Have a baby with me.
Sure. We got any cream cheese? You can't have a bagel without cream cheese.
Not a bagel. A baby. A baby. Let's... You and me have a baby.
Do you think you could have called to warn me? I was already late for class. And I came over as soon as it let out. What did Liza say to you?
Well, for one thing, she told me that you had told her who I was having the affair with.
What? And Tad, you know I wouldn't rat on you.
Yeah. All right. I'm sorry. I know you wouldn't do that.
All I told her was that I had no clue who the other woman was.
Yeah, well, thanks for doing that much. Yeah, but you can believe there was a couple hairy minutes there before I realized she was bluffing.
You don't really think Liza has any idea about her mother, do you?
No way.
Good. Because I'd hate to know what would happen if she found out. Can't stand the sight of blood.
Thanks a lot, Bobby. No, look, as far as I know, the only thing Liza suspects is that I'm having an affair with an older woman. Now, as long as she can't put two and two together, I'm okay.
Ken, who is this?
You like this?
Yeah, who gave it to you?
Me.
You bought it yourself?
Is there something wrong with that?
You went and bought yourself a gold chain. Nice.
Hello, darling. I didn't hear you come in. Liza, something wrong?
Tad, don't you feel the least bit guilty?
About what?
Sleeping with both of them. I mean, it's one thing to be fooling around with two different women, but a mother and a daughter?
Hey, now, wait a minute. You can spare me the sermon because I did not go looking for this. And another thing, you can be sure that I had a great time trying to cover up my tracks.
Then why did you do it?
Why not? Why the hell not? Both Liza and her mother are very attractive women. They both turn me on, each in her own way.
Dad, I think there's something else that turns you on, you know? The risk. You like living dangerously.
What are you, my shrink?
You're lucky Mrs. Colby gave you the shaft, buddy.
Oh, great. So now you're Ann Landers, right?
I'm serious, man. I mean, it's bad enough to think what would happen to Liza if she found out about you and her mother. But have you thought what your parents would do?
You know, you're not exactly helping me to breathe any easier.
Good. Because I know your parents. And I know that if they knew what you were up to...
What kind of friend are you?
A good one. And it just makes me nervous thinking about all this.
All right, then why don't you do me a favor?
Dad, Frank, you home?
Mom? What are you doing here?
Oh, how nice to see you.
Hi, Mrs. Warren.
I was on my way to the supermarket, and I thought I'd stop and see if Kate needed anything.
Oh, well, Mom, Gran is at Millie's, and Bob and I were just hanging out.
I gotta go.
Okay. Listen, Bobby.
Yeah.
Thanks for the book.
No problem. See you tomorrow.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Miss Mark. Okay.
Be good.
You know something? I have always liked Bob, Georgia. I'm very glad you kept up that friendship.
Yeah. Yeah, Bobby's a good man. So, are you going to go to the store?
Yes, I'm going to go to the store. Oh, Tad, would you like to call and invite Liza to come over and have dinner tonight?
Mom, what made you think of Liza?
Well, I mean, the two of you have been seeing a great deal of each other lately. I thought maybe you'd like to have her come over here.
Oh, well, Mom, I mean, that's kind of last minute, don't you think?
Well, I don't think she would mind. Why don't you give her a call and find out?
I'd rather not.
Are you and Liza having some sort of problem?
Well, let's just put it this way. Things are sort of up in the air between me and Liza right now.
Liza? Darling? Please stop staring like that and talk to me. Look, darling, if there's something wrong, please tell me about it, Liza.
Liza? But... Oh, no. Oh, no.
Hi. You know, somehow I knew you couldn't stay mad at me for too long.
Are you alone?
Yeah.
Good.
You gonna tell me what's bothering you?
You bet I am.
I'm waiting.
You are the most disgusting excuse for a human being. How do you live with yourself?
Okay, Liza, if you're gonna start beating on me about that older woman stuff, you can just phone
No,
it in.
not an
because
older woman. Not any older woman. My mother.
So, what'd you think?
This isn't bad. Who said you couldn't cook?
You did. Tonight, we honor Liza Colby and her sizzling performance. Bye-bye.